Let's bring in Spencer Critchley. He's in Monterey, California. He is an author and the managing partner at Boots Road Group. Welcome to you, Spencer. The explanation given by the White House is that, well, the suggestion being the United States needs this weaponry and military equipment for its own defence. Do you believe that, or do you think that's just an excuse because it doesn't want to support Ukraine anymore?
No, I think that it's the second of those two options. The policy director at the Pentagon who is behind this decision is a man named Eldridge Colby, and he didn't just conduct some impartial review of the U.S.'s weapons requirements. He is well known for his belief that the United States needs to shift its attention away from Europe and away from the Middle East and towards China. And he thinks that our role in Ukraine should be limited, and has been an advocate all along for reducing weapons shipments to Ukraine. So he's, in a way, acting independently of the White House on this. I'm not sure how aware President Trump is of this tension. His own position on this seems to shift from week to week.
Well, it feels like in the last few weeks we talk about heightened attacks between Ukraine and Russia. The number of deaths seems also to be getting to record highs. Is this going to put Ukraine in a really difficult situation at a time when it probably needs the military aid the most?
No, absolutely. Politico magazine here in the United States is reporting today that deliveries have already ceased. So there are some American weapons in Poland ready to be delivered to Ukraine, and now they are stuck there, not being delivered. This means Ukrainian soldiers will start dying almost immediately. It's incredible to even say those words. And if the argument is that they're putting America first, how does it put America first to essentially throw up your hands in what is really a global struggle of authoritarianism versus democracy, unless you don't believe the United States should be on the side of democracy? I think that's really what the U.S.'s former commitment to Ukraine was essentially about, as well as our commitment to our European allies. It's the same thing it's been about for decades, which is the defense of the democracies against the expansion of authoritarianism, in this case by Russia under Putin as the heir to the Soviet Union. And so this whole idea that the United States is somehow short of weapons strains credulity. If the defense of freedom were a priority, those weapons would be directed there. But under this administration, the defense of freedom is clearly secondary at best.
Given that President Biden pledged this support to Ukraine and now President Trump seems to be rescinding it, could this damage the US reputation as being trustworthy, that it's possible that when leadership changes, actually all previous promises just disappear?
I'm afraid so. That reputation is already severely damaged. It was damaged during the first Trump administration, and it's being damaged even more during the second one. President Trump just tears up trade deals, including trade deals he himself negotiated, like the rewrite, hardly a rewrite actually, it was just a minor edit of the North American Free Trade Agreement involving the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. He negotiated the replacement of that deal, and then in this administration decries it as the worst deal imaginable and just tore it up. And he's done that with trade agreements, of course, with our allies all over the world, not just our competitors and adversaries, but our allies. He betrayed our allies during the first administration, notoriously our allies in the Middle East in many cases. And this is just par for the course, and the damage to the United States can hardly be overstated. It's already occurred, and even from the point of view of pure self-interest, which is how I think Trump likes to think of himself as acting, as in the pure self-interest of the United States, if you destroy your own credibility, why would anybody want to deal with you if they can't trust you to stick to your word, as I say, from one week to the next in the case of Mr. Trump, or sometimes from one day to the next or 1 hour to the next?
Is this action once again playing into the criticism of Donald Trump, the accusation that he's actually favouring Russia over Ukraine in this conflict?
It's been clear that, he admires Vladimir Putin and seems to be eager to win his approval, almost as if he sees him as a mentor or even a father figure. And I think that he has only shown some distance between himself and Putin, as Putin has made it clear he has no interest in doing anything for Trump. He'll just, when Trump's nice to him, he'll just take advantage of everything he can get out of the relationship and keep on doing exactly what he wants. And as Trump's feelings get hurt by that, he starts to express some frustration and even anger at Vladimir Putin. But nothing Putin has done in the past caused Trump any concern. Nothing about invading a neighboring country, deliberately targeting civilians to the point of deliberately targeting apartment buildings and hospitals, having Russian forces conduct torture and murder, and the abduction of thousands upon thousands of Ukrainian children. None of that disturbed him. None of what Putin has done in the past that's all of a piece with that kind of atrocity has disturbed Trump. But, apparently when Putin is mean to him, that he notices.
Spencer, great to talk to you. Appreciate your insights. Spencer Critchley is the managing partner at the Boots Road Group.